warfield. And after Arjuna surrendered to him, saying that Karpanya doshopatas svabhavaha prachamitam dharmasam modachetaha itreyasyan nishitam bruhitan me shishyasteham shadimam tam prapannam. That is the 7th shloka of 2nd chapter. He surrendered to Krishna and wanted to take his advice, sitting at his feet as a shishya, and he accepted Krishna as his guru. Then Krishna told 2 ways of leading a beautiful life. One, from the point of view of Atman, there is no loss whatsoever here. And that is something like the principle that we have in science. Energy in the universe is constant. It can neither be created nor be destroyed. Our body is material. When we are not there, it again goes back to that material. The earth goes back to earth, the air goes back to air, fire, heat goes back to fire, and so on and so forth. And it has come from that, it will go back to that. Atman, it was there, it is there, it will be there. From the point of view of Atman, there is no such thing as death at all. There is only a small change. It is here, it's not here, that's all. And he told Arjuna, looking at the truth about the Atman, or looking from the Jnana side, Sankhya side, you ought to fight. Then that he said. After saying what he ought to do from the point of view of Jnana Marga, or Sankhya Marga, that is what he called, then he gave a small advice to Arjuna. As a Kshatriya, he has a great duty to protect Dharma on earth. He is a king by himself, and it is his duty to protect the citizens. And a Kshatriya should not be a coward. He gave a beautiful advice as Kshatriya. And he also told a wonderful thing, Sambhavitasya cha kirtihi maranata tirichyate. For a great man, disgrace, insult is worse than the death. Death is better, these things should not come. Try to awaken Arjuna with these words. After that, he is told, I am now going to tell you about the Karma Marga. He began telling about the Karma Marga. Whatever good you do will not go a waste. He only said that much. I gave you the example of Draupadi tearing her sari and tying Krishna's fingers. There is no such thing as good work that you do won't go a waste. So is the case with the bad one that we will consider later. After saying about Karma Yoga, how he has to do his work, he said, a yogi is a person who does all that he has to do in the situation where he is in, without any expectation, without any attachment. That is the best way to do the work, he said to Arjuna. Samatvam yoga uchyate, one definition he gave to Arjuna. This balance of mind is called yoga, Arjuna, he said to Arjuna and to me and to you and everybody listening to Bhagavad Gita. And then he also said, a great shloka, karmanyevadikaraste mahapaleshu kadachana ma karma palaheturbu mate samgostva karmani. Your responsibility rests with the work that you do. Don't be worried about the result of what you do. And he also explained what would happen if we worry about the result. We cannot go further because we will be stuck with some work, and we began to think about the brood about the future or past, etc. And so we will miss the present, which is God Himself in front of us. Therefore, don't worry, go on doing. Yoga karmasu kaushalam, he said. Doing your work to the best of your ability is yoga, he said. And also not be attached to the result of it. When Krishna said these two different directions of having a beautiful life, a satisfying life, Arjuna got a Sincere doubt. Can there be a man who lives like this? So unattached, knowing everything, having Atmajnana, doing all karma, and still be unperturbed. Is there a man like that? Got a question which we also might get. I am feeling so bad in such situation. I get a question, is there a man who can overcome these problems so easily? If so, what is the nature of that man? That's why yesterday we saw this Arjuna's shloka, Sthita Prajnasya Kabasha Samadhistasya Keshava. He is addressing Krishna as Keshava in this shloka. How does a Sthita Prajna live? What is the definition of a Sthita Prajna? What is the definition of a man who is settled in self-consciousness, Atmajnana? Sthita Prajnasya Kabasha Samadhistasya Keshava. That Samadhi is settling there in the Atman itself. What is his nature? Sthitadihi kim prabhasheta. How does that man talk? How does he sit? How does he walk? That is to say, Arjuna wanted an explanation by Krishna. If there is a Sthita Prajna, how he lives, what are his feelings, how he talks, how he walks, and so on and so forth. I think that is where we stopped yesterday. Sthita Prajnasya Kabasha Samadhistasya Keshavaha Sthitadihi Kim Prabhasheta Kimasita Vrajeta. That is 54th shloka of second chapter. And we go to the answers of Krishna. Krishna's answers are always to the point and wonderful. Nobody can give a guidance as good as Krishna can. And Bhagavan begins. Prajahati yada kaman sarvan partha manogatan atmanne vatmana tushtasthita prajnastadochate. When a man gives up all desires, Prajahati yada kaman, all desires are left, once for all left. No desires left. Pure mind. Sarvan partha manogatan. All that appear in the mind, the desires, he has overcome. What is he now? Atmanne vatmana tushta. Underline that. Self-satisfied man. All of us are not fully satisfied. We believe that we will be happy if we can get this one. I want a car, that I have a great dream for a car. I think I will be happy when I get that car, or when I get that house, or when I get that much of money. But this man is happy by itself now, because he is an Atmajnani. Atmanne Atma, that's a great expression. Self-satisfied, satisfied by himself. No desire rises in his mind. That man is called a Sthita Prajna. That man is called a Jnani. Sthita Prajna is nothing but a Jnani. Karma Yogi and a Jnani Yogi. Both together. Both together. Prajahati yada kaman sarvan partha manogatan. All desires that rise in the minds have been overcome by this man. Sarvan partha manogatan. All manogata, all that desires come in our mind are overcome by that man. Atmannev atmana tushtaha. Satisfied by himself. A happiest man, even now. We think that happiness comes with the possession of certain things. A good house, a good partner, and a lot of money and so on. But this man is happy by himself even now. Atmaneva atmana tushtaha. Self-satisfied. Sthita prajnastadojjate. I generally tell a story somewhere in this chapter. Once there was a king in a country. He became seriously ill. A country means it will have many doctors in that country. King called a meeting of all the great doctors of his country. They came, thought over his problem for days. They could not find a solution to the problem of the king. And when they failed, they thought of bringing somebody from some other countries. Message was sent to the other countries. We are in need of a great doctor who can cure our king. So the message was sent and a doctor came from far off country. And this doctor tested the king for 1 or 2 days, looking at the pulse and the food he took and everything he observed. And after observing the king for 2 days, in his sleep and his wake stage, when he took food and all things that he observed, with whatever instrument that he had at that time. After 2 days of observation, this doctor said, "O king, there is one thing that can cure you." Imagine the happiness of the king. So he got confidence that there is a method to cure me. And king immediately said, "What is that? Tell me, I will get it immediately. And do that medicine which you prescribe. Wherever it is, I can get it," he said. The doctor said simply, No, sir, it's not that big. You have to find a happy man and you must take the shirt of that happy man and you must wear that happy man's shirt for one night and sleep in that shirt. That will cure your illness. You will overcome your health problem with that simple remedy. This king thought this was so easy. And he called 2 of his workers and ordered them, "Go, look for a happy man and get me his shirt. I want to sleep in that shirt today. And if you don't bring a shirt till the evening, you will be put to death." These 2 workers, having assigned this job, went to the ministers of the king. He went to the chief minister, the main person of that kingdom. "I think you are the most powerful other than the king, sir. You are happy, I hope." They said, "We are happy, we hope, and we want the shirt for your king for one night." That minister threatened the workers. "What do you think? I'm sitting on the thorn bed. People are trying to put me out of this job anytime. There are many ministers with whom we have to work. They want to throw me out and sit in my position. You have come to me asking that I am the happiest man. Get out," they said. And they were driven out and the door was closed. And they also went to other ministers. Everyone had his own grievance to pour out. "I wanted finance ministry, but I have given fishery. What shall I do with the fishery? I never eat fish, so I'm not a happy man." Every minister had his own way of saying that he was not happy man. So they lost hope with these rich people, these ministers and associated people with the government. Then they went to the richest. Richest would be the happiest. That is the general dream of each one of us. If a man has money, he is the happiest person. That's the general belief that each one has. So he went to the richest. They went to the richest man. Took an interview because they got an interview because they were representatives of the king. You see, there was no delay at all. And they asked the richest man, "You are the richest man in our country, and you must be a happy man. If you are a happy man, we want your shirt." Again, that man said, "You have come to a wrong man. My many ships are on the sea. I don't know whether they reach the other shore or not. I don't know whether the money will come or not. Or I don't know that because he is a businessman. And income tax people are always hankering after me to find whether I have paid the tax or not. And I cannot go like ordinary man to the market to buy. People will come after me. They may rob me. I have to think about the robbers and thieves every night. So I cannot sleep without a tablet. And he also said he is not happy. Up and down they went from morning till evening. Did not get even a single one who could say, I am fine. I am the happiest. What would happen to them then when they return? They ought to lose their lives. They were sitting dejected like Arjuna in a temple. Did not know what to do now. That temple, when they were sitting with all dejection and sorrow, a beggar came with his bowl of rice. And he made a small fire with the firewood that he had collected in the forest or nearby area. And he began to cook his food. He made a fire dance, singing the names of God. These two people were watching this man, a beggar. We do not know whether he would get food every day or not. He only has to beg to make a living. Can this man be that happy? That was their surprise. And they began to get a hope. At least we have come to a man who may fulfill our desire. They went to this man, the beggar, and asked, are you a happy man? The beggar said, the happiest on earth. What? Yes, I am the happiest. How do you say that you are a beggar? They said. He said, I am 85 now. Never God made me to go without food even a single day. He has given me good health. I have had a very long life, a happy life, never suffered from any illness. And I also know a day would come when God would take me without any pains. There is one mantra which I did not mention to you, I mentioned today. My father used to say a mantra after puja. Anayasena maranam vina dainyena jivanam mahesha kripaya dehi sai bhakti achanchala. I was not believing so much in as I do now in God, but this mantra used to awaken me every day when Father said it. Anayasena maranam. All language people can understand. Give me a death which is painless. Anayasena maranam vina dainyena jivanam. Give me a life where I can live without begging, without asking for something from somebody. Vina dainyena jivanam. Third request is Mahesha Kripaya Dehi, O Shiva, please give me Tvai Bhakti Machanchala. Give me a great devotion in you to remember you every time. One of the greatest. So this man said, I am like that. I know that one day I will sleep, I may not get up. And what would happen to me later than my body is some municipal people will take it, either bury it or they burn it. No, it doesn't matter at all. Then these two were surprised. Yes, you are the person whom we are searching for. We want your shirt. We want your shirt, they said to the old beggar. Beggar said, I don't have a shirt. I never wore a shirt in my life. I don't have one. The story finishes here. The moral of the story is wonderful. Your happiness does not depend on how much you possess. Poor man can be happy, rich man can be sleepless. Happiness depends on the inner feeling. Atmanaiva Atmana Tushta, that's the term that is used there by Arjuna. You see, self-satisfied. Today is the happiest day. Now is the happiest time. If we can understand this truth, we will be happy. What happened to king later, that's not our worry. He could not sleep. Probably when they told the story of a beggar, he thought that I can also be like him. Maybe that's over. So, Prajahati yada kaman sarvan parthamanogatam. This is Bhagavanta's answer, Krishna's answer to Arjuna's question. Stita prajnasya ka bhasha samadhistasya keshavaha stitadihi kim prabhasheta kimasita vrajeta kim. Prajahati yada kaman sarvan parthamanogatam. Wins over all the desire that comes in his mind. He is self-satisfied. Atmanaiv atmana tushtaha. He doesn't require anything to make him happy. He is happy by himself. Whether he has food, he is happy. Whether he hasn't got food, he is happy. He is happy by himself. Thus, Stita prajna tadochyate. Such man is called a Stita prajna. Krishna explains Arjuna, the first shloka. There are 18 shlokas of Stita prajna lakshana. This is the first one. And 18 great shlokas for us to reflect every day. My suggestion to those who come for Bhagavad Gita to me is read entire Bhagavad Gita every day. If you practice for 2 or 3 years, you can read the entire Bhagavad Gita silently. When you read, it takes only 45 to 50 minutes. And when you read, the meaning also flashes to you. Don't do anything other than that. The rest he will look after. But I can't read that much. What can I do if people say so? You can think over the Stita Prajna Lakshana, the 18 shlokas of second chapter every day. I think we can repeat. Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Prajahati yada kaman.
Prajahati yada kaman.
Sarvan parthamanogatan.
Sarvan parthamanogatan.
Atmaneva atmana tushtaha.
Atmanye atmana tushtaha.
Stita prajnastadochyate.
Stita prajnastadoshchate.
Prajahati yada kaman.
Prajahati yada kaman.
Sarvan parthamanogatan.
Sarvan parthamanogatan.
Atmaneva atmana tushtaha.
Atmanye atmana tushtaha.
Stita prajnastadochyate.
Stita prajnastadoshchate.
A great shloka. I think you have got the gist of it. He has overcome all his desires. He is happy by himself now. And that man who is ever happy, eternally happy, is a Stita prajna. We go to the next one. Dukkeshu anuddvignamanaha sukeshu vigata praha vita raga bayakrodaha stitadihi munichyate. All 18 shlokas I said are wonderful. Sukha, dukkha are two things that come to our life. In everybody's life, they come. We have some dearest whom we lose, that we will feel a lot of dukkha there. We get a grandchild in our house, a greater happiness there. Sukha, dukkha come. When you get money, you will feel happy. When you lose money, you feel bad. Sukha, dukkha, dukkeshu anuddvignamana. He takes both equally. Dukkeshu anuddvignamanaha. When there is dukkha, he is not disturbed. He just sees it as he would see sukha. He is just a watcher, seer. Dukkeshu anuddvignamanaha sukeshu vigata praha. When there is sukha, he isn't overjoyed. He accepts it. Accept sukha, accept dukkha, face them both. Dukkeshu anuddvignamanaha. In dukkha, not disturbed mind he has. Sukeshu vigata praha. When there is sukha, when there is joy, he isn't overjoyed. He takes it as easily as he took dukkha. Vitaraga bhaya krodha. He has come over all his longing, fear and anger. Vitaraga bhaya, desire, fear and anger. Vitaraga bhaya krodha. Second line, first three words you have to note them. He has overcome desire, fear, anger. Not even the fear of death. Not even the fear of death. That Alexander had come on his drive to capture the entire world to India. His great grandmaster Aristotle had told him there are so great people in Himalayas. Atmajnanis, Stitaprajnas, whatever he had told, we don't know. He wanted to take one with him when he went back. And when he was here, he sent one or two of his men to go to Himalayas and search for an Atmajnani. And the two representatives sent by Alexander went and asked many people, who is the best man here, best Atmajnani here, and so on. They all showed him one particular person. He is the great master. We always respect him. We fall at his feet. He is a Jnani. These two people went to him. And our king wants you to come and meet him. Then he said, no, I'm happy by myself. No desire to meet Alexander. But please tell him. Then I said, do you know who is Alexander? I don't know, but I think he is also one like me and you. I'm not bothered. Go and tell him I don't want to come. These two messengers went back to Alexander and said, and they had also told him, he can kill you and all those. Even then, this man was not disturbed. They went and reported. Alexander himself came, it is said. What an arrogant man you are. Do you know who I am? I have won half of the world now. And within a few years, I will be sitting over the throne of the entire world. You are so stubborn to refuse my call. He said, you have won only half of the world, sir. I have won the entire world. Your half desire is met. My full desire, I don't have any desire at all to meet. I'm richer than you, he said. Alexander, in his anger, drew out his sword and said, do you know how many people, how many kings I have killed with my sword? Aren't you afraid? He said, oh yes, you can cut. You can cut me as you would cut a vegetable. Not bothered. Vita raga bhaya krodha, that is it. Overcome desire, fear, and anger. Then he realized, oh, this man is really great. And he prostrated to him and went away. That's the story. Maybe we don't know whether it is true, but they have something to tell us. Dukkesh anuddigna manaha. In sorrow, not disturbed. Uddigna is to get disturbed. Anuddigna is the opposite of it. Sukeshu vigata praha. When Sukha is there, not overjoyed. He takes them both equally. There are two sides of the same coin. Sometimes this side of the coin is open, sometimes the other side has only two sides. Therefore, Sukha Dukkha are equal to him. Dukkeshu anuddigna manaha sukeshu vigata praha. Vita raga bhaya krodha. He has won over desire, fear, and anger. No desire left. Not even to live, not even to die. Vita raga bhaya krodha. Anger. Even when the sword was drawn, he was not disturbed at all. That is also not, no fear is there. Vita raga bhaya krodha stitadihi munirchate. Such people are called stita prajnas. What a wonderful thing. We may not become one. Let us have the greatness of seeing that there could be one like this. One day, if you happen to meet such a man, let us fall at his feet and ask for his blessings. Dukkeshu anudignamanaha sukeshu vidatapraha. In dukkha, not disturbed. In sukha, again not disturbed. Jita raga bhaya krodha. 1 over all is desire, fear, and anger. That person is called as Stita Prajna, is the second shloka which Krishna tells us not to understand. Let us repeat. Dukkeshu anudignamanaha
दुःखेषु अनुद्विग्नमनाः
sukeshu vigatapraha
सुखेषु विगतपृहः
vitaraga bhaya krodha
वीतरागभयक्रोधः
Stitadi muniruchyate
स्थितधीर्मुनिरुच्यते
dukkeshu anudignamanaha
दुःखेषु अनुदिग्नमनाः
anudignamanaha
अनुद्विग्नमनाः
sukeshu vigatapraha
सुखेषु विगतपृहः
vitaraga bhaya krodha
वीतरागभयक्रोधः
Stitidir muniruchyate.
स्थितधीर्मुनिरुच्यते.
Same thing he explains once again because he is a Jagat Guru. He has to repeat many times for a man to understand. He is not only teaching Arjuna, teaching me and you also. Therefore, he has to repeat certain things again and again. Yes, sarvatra nabisteha tattat prapya shubha shubham. In our life, we also get two things, shubha shubha, the last word of that line. Yes, sarvatra nabisneha, unattached to shubha and shubha. Napi nandati, natveshti. Again, same thing as he said in the earlier. Not rejoicing when he gets something he wanted. Natveshti. No. No fear that no time he feels that this thought should not be there, should go out. Napi nandati, natveshti. He is equal with both. Yes, sarvatra nabhisneha tattat prapya shubha shubham. One who is unattached in all situations, who neither rejoices on gaining pleasant nor hates on gaining unpleasant. His knowledge is well established. He is a Sthita Prajna. Dukkha bears it. Our problem is only this. We are searching for some God who would remove all our dukkhas. And we are searching for that God who would give all that we want. But something impossible if we look at the epics. How much life did Rama enjoy? As a baby, he was very good. He had happy time as a baby. Schoolgoer, he had happy time. On the day when he has to be crowned as the king of Ayodhya, he was made to go to forest. Look at the difference. What would happen to him if he was crowned and what is the position now? He took that easily. Great opportunity for me to know the life in forest. He went to the forest. Was he happy there? I don't know how many days they had food, they had fruit and food, etc. How many days they did not. And then he lost his wife in the meantime. He has to go through all sufferings. Somehow he wanted to fight and bring back Sita. Ultimately, he got those monkey army, Kapisena. And he brought. And after so much of suffering, he brought. And again, he was crowned in Ayodhya as king. People began to say that he had deserted his wife for so many years and he has brought back her. We do not know whether she was chastity or not. She had retained her chastity or not, etc. and so on. As a king, he should not get any blame. He had to desert her. Where was we happy in his life? In all these situations, he bore them rightly. If we can learn from these lives of Rama and Krishna, that is the greatest thing that can happen to us. We will be able to bear sorrows and happiness like he is saying about this. And look about Pandava. Think about Pandavas. They had the blessings of Krishna, closely related to Krishna. But Duryodhana tried to kill them in many ways. Ultimately, having cheated in the dice, they were sent to the forest for Vanvasa and Ajnatavasa and Soma. And they came back. After the war, they won. But by that time, they had lost all his children. Only one man was left in the country to rule further. Weren't there difficulties in their life? Yes, there was. But still, he is an ideal God for us. So those who take difficulties and sorrows in the same level, they overcome them, accepting them and overcoming them. That is the nature of Yastita Prajna. Yes, Sarvatra Nabhisneha Tatat Prapya Shubha Shubham. Ashubha comes sometimes, Shubha comes sometimes. He will bear them with equal ease. Nabi Nandati Nadveshti. He is neither overjoyed nor he hates. Nabi Nandati Nadveshti. He is neither overjoyed, Nandati, Nadveshti, hates. He neither hates nor enjoys these things. Tasya prajna pratishtita. That man who is unattached to these feelings is Yastita prajna. Is Yastita prajna. Arjuna had asked a question to know what is Yastita prajna, what is his nature, how does he live. Krishna has been answering him. Yes, sarvatra nabhisneha tat prapya shubha shubham nabhinandati. In the life, in the journey of life, we get both shubha and ashubha. Nabhinandati nadveshti. He never hates the evil one. He never enjoys beyond limit the good ones. Nabhinandati nadveshti. Tasya prajna pratishtita. That wonderful balance of mind he has got to take over the difficult situations and the happy situation. That man is a sthita prajna. He says, I think we can repeat. Yes, sarvatra nabhisnehat.
Yat sarvatraanaphi sneha
Tattat prapya shubha shubham.
tattat prapya shubhashubham
Nabhinandati nadveshti.
nabhinandati nadveshti
Tasya prajna pratishtita.
tasya prajna pratishtita.
Yes, sarvatra nabhisnehat.
Yas sarvatraanaphi sneha
Tattat prapya shubha shubham.
tattat prapya shubhashubham
Nabhinandati nadveshti.
nabhinandati nadveshti
Tasya prajna pratishtita.
tasya prajna pratishtita.
And he gives a wonderful, nobody can give such beautiful example as Krishna can. He tries to explain this with the help of a tortoise in the next shloka. Yada samharate chayam kurmongani vasarvasha indriyani indriyartebhyas tasya prajna pratishtita. Kurma is tortoise. You can write that one word, meaning of one word, the entire shloka will give you meaning. He is giving an example of a tortoise. Probably you have seen how the tortoise is built. It has a cover, which is very hard one. And it can bring out from that shell its face out, limbs out, legs out, hands out. The front one are called hands by me. That's it. Four legs out. And it can walk anywhere. What does it do when there is a danger? It withdraws its head, limbs, and becomes silent. I was looking at this shloka, but present day you have got wonderful TV serials, and that is what's it called? They are some nature serials are there. One day I was observing a hungry tiger that is somewhere in the story. I think they will post you in the group. The hungry tiger wanted to eat something. He did not get anything. Ultimately, it saw a tortoise. Suddenly, it came to tortoise and hit on its back. Tortoise shut its head, limbs, and fell like a dead shell. Tiger tried putting it upside down, putting whether it can have a grip over it with its sharpest teeth. Tried for 3 minutes. When nothing happened, it thought maybe it's not an interesting food. It left it and went away. After the tiger went away, slowly this tortoise got up and walking. Why does Krishna tell this example to us in this situation? When there is a danger, this man looks like a tortoise. When there is a danger, this man looks like a tortoise. He withdraws from the situation. When there is a danger from our Indriya, where is the danger from? There are 5 Indriyas that we have. Eyes, ears, tongue for taste, skin for touch. What's the another one remaining? Eyes, ears, tongue, skin, smell. Smell. So these are the 5. All our knowledge comes to us these through 5 senses, and we interpret them and do it. But there is also a mind which interprets, and it creates a certain desire for certain things, certain aversion for certain things. It is the play of our mind with the sense objects. That play will not be there in him. So yada samharate chayam kurmangani vasarvashah, as a tortoise withdraws all his limbs when there is a danger. Same thing does this Sthita Prajna. If he feels that there is some danger from some of the senses, he will withdraw them and will never allow the senses to get that in him. The senses or the mind to bring him the desire. Such wonderful control he has got over his senses and also mind. Our problem is we are almost addicts every day, but that man is not an addict at all. He is not addicted to his old feeling. We want the same thing again and again and again in our lives, but that man is not like that. So when there is a danger, he withdraws his senses from that and the mind from that and relax. That man is a Sthita Prajna. Tasya Prajna Pratisthita. That man's consciousness is stable. He is an Atmajnani. He is a Brahmajnani. If one can, sir, are we like this? Including me, we aren't. But there is greatness in seeing these beautiful things in Bhagavad Gita. At least they can influence us when we are in sorrow, when we are in joy. So, how to take life is the advice given by Krishna to Arjuna, and also we have been taking it. It will help us a lot. That's what I believe. Yada samharate chayam kurmangani va sarvashaha. Kurma means tortoise. As a tortoise withdraws all its limbs when there is a danger, this Sthita Prajna also withdraws the sense organs from their objects. Sense organs from their objects, and that man is a steady man, that man is a Sthita Prajna, that man is a Karma Yogi, that man is a Jnana Yogi. Not that he is not lazy. In one of my old batches, there one question was asked. Shilpa, would you like to say something?
ಗುರುಗಳ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ತೋರಿಸ್ಬೇಕಾ?
You can post it in the WhatsApp group later, or you show that video so that it will be clear.
Okay, ಗುರುಗಳೇ.
Not too sure what to make of this. This is quite cool. I've never seen a lion play with a tortoise before.
Yeah, second film house using Kubera Masaki with Eric Jackson. No one on the 10 is you. På Kubera Masaki with about tomorrow. Yeah, second Eric Jackson. No one on the 10.
That is Yastita Prajna, you see. That is Yastita Prajna. His Stita Prajna will be like that when there is danger from the senses, his own senses, when there is a danger, he will behave like this. That is, Krishna did not know these things probably. This is what we have in the 21st century, the videos, but he could see the truth 6,000 years ago. So he says, Yada samharte chayam kurmongani vasarvasha indriyan indriyartebhya sasya prajna pratisthita. When there is a danger, he will withdraw his senses and the mind from that danger and feels absolutely free at all times. I think we can repeat. Yada samharate chayam
यथा संहरते चायं
kurmongani vasarvasha
कूर्मोऽङ्गानीव सर्वशः
indriyan indriyartebhya
इन्द्रियान् इन्द्रियान्तेभ्यः
tasya prajna pratisthita.
तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता
Yada samharate chayam
यदा संहरते चायं
kurmonganiva sarvashah
कूर्मोऽङ्गानीव सर्वशः
indriyan indriyartebhya
इन्द्रियान् इन्द्रियान्तेभ्यः
tasya prajna pratisthita.
तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता.
We will stop at that to do the prayer, Kanti.
ओके गुरुಗಳೇ. अथ गीता महात्म्यम् गीताशास्त्रमिदं पुण्यं यः पठेत् प्रयतः पुमान् विष्णोपदमवाप्नोति भयशोकादिवर्जितः. गीताध्ययनशीलस्य प्राणायामपरस्य च नैव सन्ति हि पापानि पूर्वजन्म कृतानि च. मलनिर्मोचनं पुंसां जलस्नानं दिने दिने सकृद्गीताम्भसि स्नानं संसारमलनाशनम्. गीता सुगीता कर्तव्या किमन्ये हि शास्त्रविस्तरैः या स्वयं पद्मनाभस्य मुखपद्माधिनिसृता भारतामृतसर्वस्वं विष्णोर्वत्राधिनिसृतां गीतां गङ्गोदकं पीत्वा पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् एकं शास्त्रं देवकीपुत्रगीतम् एको देवो देवकीपुत्र एव एको मन्त्रस्तस्य नामानि यानि कर्माप्येकं तस्य देवस्य सेवा कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावा करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि नारायणायेति समर्पयामि हरिः ओं तत्सत् हरिः ओं तत्सत् हरिः ओं तत्सत् सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु.
Thank you, Kanti. You have
Thank-
made a good beginning.
Thank you, Gurugale.